What's up, people? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. You know what? I have been waiting to do this for a long time. It's just I'm so busy and I'm dealing with a lot of shit. So it's hard for me to keep up with all the current events. Plus, I gotta research and speak on other issues, and I gotta share documents and facts and truth that they don't want you to see, they don't want you to read, and they don't want you to hear. And I'm going to give you my take on the overall Les Mooves, who's a punk ass racist rapist. Very misogynistic too, okay? I'm going to speak about Les Mooves and calling out his side Twinkie, chink, colonized, minded, self-hating bitch who obviously loves to be subjected to abuse and is a rape apologist and a fucking hypocrite, Chen. Okay? I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with Les Mooves, or I don't know how to start with the chink, Twinkie, self-hating, colonized-minded, swirling bedwench Chen. Okay, with her bullshit and hypocrisy and disrespecting Bill Cosby, she already disrespected Bill Cosby, but she said so much shit about Camille Cosby, and this bitch has no room to fucking talk. This bitch, none of you bitches have no fucking room to pass judgment. You have no fucking right to tell grown-ass folks who are older, especially if they're old enough to be your mother and grandmother, how they should live their life. Rather you agree or disagree, but you gotta check yourself. Okay? I'm going to start with Chen. She ain't a lady, she a goddamn bitch, a goddamn thought. The way this bitch came on the scene, she fucked and sucked her way to the goddamn top. This bitch is a goddamn feminist, and I told you about these feminists. They're a bunch of bitches. They're a bunch of hoes, sluts, whores, thoughts, cunts, sluts, and promiscuous. They're just dirty ass bitches, lying ass hood rats. Okay. Yes, I said it. I'm just calling it for what the fuck it is. Most women fucking suck their way to the goddamn top. Most women, I'll say that again, in America, 3Ks, do not get that shit twisted and fucked up. Y'all, they have to be sexy, provocative, set thirst traps, and they always cater to these perceived fake-ass males in power. These simp-ass beta males who are in positions of power. Because they either have privilege, or because they either have privilege, nepotism, or it's usually those two. A lot of these dudes who are in positions of power, they didn't get it on their own. It's because of white male privilege, nepotism, networks, connections. They have a privileged background. So a lot of these dudes who are in positions of perceived power, not real power, a lot of these dudes are beta male simps like Les Mooves. Yes, I said it. Okay? Let me tell you why. Okay? My thing is the reason why these females do what they do. Because these women talk about misogyny, patriarchy, and we are oppressed and blah, blah, blah. But they still pander to motherfuckers that you see on the goddamn right of this photo. They still support him, just like they support Trump. Just like they support these assholes and jerks. These women, these females, I'm not going to call them women. They damn sure ain't ladies. These bitches support these dudes is because they're stupid. And they got low IQ. I agree with Donald Trump on that. These bitches got low IQs. Anybody who worships these assholes, these thugs, These white-collar criminals, these blue, I mean, it can be the street criminals, but mainly white-collar criminals. These guys who are police officers, work for the CIA, FBI, these guys who are running these corporations. They don't, a lot of them don't have no damn degree. A lot of them don't even have a clean record. A lot of them have records of doing all types of dirt because they got the resources and the means to manipulate the system and get it expunged and just keep it suppressed. That's how they get in power. And a lot of these females choose these assholes to be in power. You women, I can't take you women seriously because you bitch about misogyny. You talk about sexism, even though a lot of you bitches are very sexist too. I'll say 1,000 times more. A lot of y'all have a sexist attitude towards men. A lot of y'all have a false sense of entitlement against men. Y'all think men owe you shit. Because what have you been taught by these dumbass bitches who are your mothers, your aunties, female cousins, your elders, your relatives telling you dumb shit. You take all this bad advice on purpose. You talk about why men are the way they are. But you never ask men. You ask a certain type of men. You don't want to talk to guys like me who know what the fuck's going on. It's better to talk to a dude who's a goddamn loner. Who used to, a dude who's especially what we call, quote unquote, who live true force loneliness. Guys who are not desired by women. Guys who are always too, you women who do this always say, oh, you're too nice. But you tell men to be more sensitive, but we're too nice, we're weak, and then you say be a man's man, but your definition of a man's man is to be a goddamn terrorist, a goddamn thug, which you are against, a goddamn rapist, a guy who beats up on women, but y'all still open your mouth, you open your legs, you have babies by these bastards, these sons of bitches, okay? These females birth these thugs, these con artists, these rapists, these womanizers, players and pips. These misogynists. A lot of y'all create these misogynists because of what you told them and how you treat these boys growing up. That's why they do what they do, and you still give them pussy. You open your mouth. You do all types of kinky shit. You don't want men like me who got real power from the goddamn heart, who got intellectual power, spiritual power, who's conscious, wise, and woke. You hate guys like me. A lot of y'all do. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to handle you bitches with kid gloves. You women talk about you don't have this and that and the third, but a lot of you women don't want equality. You want this fake ass equality when it benefits you. You want to be a feminist when it's convenient for you. A lot of y'all think, me being a goddamn bitch, being a fucking bitch, being a fucking hoe, being a fucking slut, you sucking and fucking all these dicks, you being promiscuous, you being a whore is empowering. So basically what you're saying is, and I'm going to do a different video because this is going to be, I'm going to have to speak on that video, but it's going to only make, because Harvey Superboy, your world made valid points, and I'm going to talk about about my version, my take on the whole no means no. A lot of these bitches don't even say no directly. There's no such thing as a no means no. That only applies if you are undesirable. And a lot of these women get mad when you respect her no, because some of them try to test you. If a bitch try to test you like that, don't even fuck with her. Get the fuck away from her. Tell her to get out. And she's in your house, in your car and shit, trying to set off these thirst traps and try to tease you and shit. Be a prick tease, strip tease, do all types of shit. I feel nothing for bitches who put themselves in harm's way. I feel nothing for these bitches who jump in toxic relationships. But you have all these nice guys, all these good men that you claim don't exist. But you sure know how to reject a good man. You're mean, you're nasty, you're disrespectful, you're condescending. You go out your way to hurt our feelings. Okay? You put us in a friend zone. You go for dudes who got status, which is not really power. It's just it's superficial, high school ass bullshit. money. You go for money and status and fame and popularity. But a lot of these dudes don't got popularity. They just, a lot of these fans, so-called fans, especially these groupies, like this bitch that you see to the left, you're opportunist. A lot of y'all want to fuck with dudes so you can get over. You being hypergamous. You're a goddamn opportunist. And I'm not going to, this is what Western women, Westernized women. She's born, I'm pretty sure she's born and raised in America, but she got a Caucasian female mindset. Obviously. By the way, she assimilates and shit. I want to start, before I even, I remember when I did a video talking about the talk and how critical I was and how I didn't like the narrative of the male bashing, the black male bashing and the racism, and how you have a so-called female of color. But she don't claim to be Chinese. I think she's Chinese. You know what I'm saying? She's Asian, but she don't want to identify with that. The only time she ever identifies with it when she's getting called out for being a goddamn self-hating, Twinkie, colonized-minded bedwench. Chink bedwench at that. The only time she identifies as Chinese or something like that when she gets her the chink version of her nigger wake-up call. Okay? The only time she identifies as Asian when she has her own agenda. But she don't fuck with Asian dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? She may fuck with other ethnic dudes of color, very rarely. Niggas, forget it. But at the same time, these chicks, these Asian females, who got the Asian version of a mammy. Y'all don't like niggers. But at the same time, you expect a dude to look your goddamn way. You expect a brother to look your way. Y'all get pissed off. Y'all get mad when that black man ain't checking for you. But you don't like niggers. Right? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all have said that. Or you try to set them up. Or you try to... You know how some women walk by you and you got touched? Or got touched in the private part, she touched you in an area like, well, okay, why are you touching me there? But it's funny how I can't do that to you, but you can do that to us. We as men, you know what I'm talking about. These women, these females claim, especially black men, say, I don't like black men, or I only like white males, quote unquote white males. I don't like anybody else, but at the same time, these females, when they are getting sick and tired of being dicked over and disrespected as a ghetto gagging bitch, they're sick and tired of being treated like, the little girl who gets raped and beaten on a daily basis. When they get sick and tired of the Caucasian males dogging them out, or now all of a sudden they'll creep around. Or, they will have their head down, you know what I'm saying? And then try to creep, or especially get drunk on purpose. I had, Asian females, I'm cool. My experiences are not too bad, but, But the ones who got that mindset, usually the best conversations and the best encounters I had with Asian females are not from America. I'm going to keep it 1,000. And then the ones that are, it's been good, but sometimes what I've noticed is that based on how I am, or because of my size, they may fetishize me. Yeah? I'm sorry about that. Sorry for the interruption. I had some asshole banging on my window because he couldn't get into his goddamn Corvette. What do you expect from Alamance County, North Carolina? They love Trump. Let's just leave it at that. Because, sometimes these chicks who claim to say, I don't like niggas, or just don't like other men of other ethnicities, or don't like Asian males. Actually, because there is a bash about Asian males. It's just, but to me, I feel nothing for you motherfuckers, because the way y'all shit on black men, the way y'all try to emulate black men, but y'all stab black men in the back. No different than the Latino males, no different than the white males, the Caucasian males. cultural appropriation. You shit on brothers, but you emulate, especially the negative stereotypes, to try to get your own type of females, which is funny, which is sad and funny in itself. That we have men who got to emulate somebody else. It's sad as a man, period, that you got to be something you're not to get a woman to be interested in you. Just to get a phone number, just to get her to allow you to have access to follow her on Instagram, to be Facebook friends, follow her on Twitter. She follow you, you know what I'm saying? Get her a phone number, you know what I'm saying? It sucks being a man in 2019 that men gotta dumb themselves down because women don't like smart guys unless they look Caucasian and they got a European talking point, a European mindset, or you got to be a Negro peon, an Asian peon, a Latin peon, you know what I'm saying, to get females regardless of ethnicity to accept you. And they don't really accept you when they so-called accept you. No, they just tolerate your ass because, oh, you must got money or something like that. Women think intelligence equates to money. It doesn't. Okay? So, I don't want to go too far off, but this has a lot to do with what I'm talking about. This bitch right here, Chen. Because I came across females like her, and I try to get the fuck away from it because some bitches are crazy. Oh, you act like you don't see me, or you want to be rude and shit. But one thing I will give y'all credit for, when we have checked Asian chicks, we as brothers have checked these Asian females being out of pocket, they respect you. I noticed that. Even the racist Caucasian females, they will respect you to a degree. Unfortunately, and everybody else, Indian chicks, Latinas, you know what I'm saying? I'm pissed to talk about Mexican. Afro-Latinas, I put them in the same as, black women, black American women. But when it comes to black women, especially American black women, when you check a black woman, you stand up for yourself. You can be respectful doing it too. You don't have to be violent. When you have to stand up for yourself as a man to a female, especially a black female as a black man, all of a sudden they do the same thing that Becky do. Call the cops on you, lie on you, or try to get you killed. With them simp ass thirsty Pookie and Ray Rays, or they call out the Caucasian male supremacist, quote unquote white male supremacist lynch mob to get you murdered, to get you jammed up on bullshit. And that's sad. That's sad in itself. Okay. Chen never, she and y'all want to give her a pass because she got a fake ass degree. This bitch, there's nothing intelligent about her. Why would you chop your face up to look like the colonizer? You know what Caucasians did to Asians? To those Asian countries throughout Asia, how they raped and pillaged and colonized, and damn near enslaved you, and some of them were enslaved, committed genocide, and for you to not acknowledge that and just shit on your own male counterparts, which I don't give a fuck. That's a slap in the face, just like these sisters who bedwench with massa. That's a disrespect to your ancestors and your grandparents. And your male relatives. And yes, the same rules apply when you flip it. When you swirl with Becky. When you got these other men of color who want to get with quote unquote white females, knowing how they get down. So there is treason across the board, but it's tolerated at the same time. Okay? This chick laid on her back. This chick stab people in the goddamn back, cut people's throat, lie on people to get ahead. Most women in the entertainment and political government, in the field of entertainment, and in the field of politics, in the field of government, and even branches of government agencies, even branches of like the police department. These chicks, use what they have. Because a lot of you dudes are so damn thirsty and hungry. Thirsty for coochie. You let these chicks manipulate the system. That's why society is so gynocentric. Because of you thirsty-ass males. Y'all scared to be men. Y'all scared to lay the law down. You're scared to put you're scared to put the fear in God in these women. To demand respect. A lot of y'all feel entitled to it, but do nothing to get it. Just like these women out here feel entitled to respect, but you should not judge me. I should be able to wear whatever the hell I want to wear. And talk how I want to talk. And treat you the way I want to treat you. And you should respect me no matter what. Even though I have no respect for myself, and I do dumb shit, and when I'm putting myself in danger, when I set off these fur straps and tease men, or start shit and talk shit, and get out of pocket, and get out of a woman's place, and want to talk shit, and want to swing on a man, and do harm to him, and then when a dude defends himself, he's wrong. I remember doing critiquing the talk, and I have done videos about it. Especially, I started going in on this bitch, the host, Chen, and them other bitches, and the handkerchief-head, Negro-peeing, fat bitch, dark-skinned bitch, who look like a goddamn mammy. I'm so sick and tired of, just Hollywood and the entertainment industry disrespecting dark-skinned black women, and, you know what I'm saying? They purposely, they reject beautiful dark-skinned sisters. The only time they show a beautiful sister is she's mixed. Mulatto, so-called half black and half white, or Blasian. But mainly half black and half white. Half, or mixed with Latino, mixed with Latin blood. Have that Latin blood, you know what I'm saying? Latin DNA. Or got a Hispanic background, okay? Arabic, Middle Eastern background. You name it. Most of these black chicks, or these so-called black identified chicks, they're usually most of the time when you see them on television in the media, they are portrayed in a positive light, even if they have their hair all kinked up and natural. But if a dark-skinned black woman who's in good shape, looks good, take care of herself, got pride and love herself, and puts her race first, calls out bullshit and is real, y'all don't respect her. You respect these Oprah Winfrey types. You respect that dumbass bitch on the fake, on the phony, which is called the real, which is the phony. Her talking dumb shit about black men. The fattest, ugliest bitch on the goddamn planet, just like Oprah Winfrey. I guess they're related. Look, I got using them Amber Phillips talking points on the real. Slams black men, talk shit about the black community, but you cannot check her because she's a dark-skinned, overweight black female. Motherfucker, please. And she want to cry colorism when you check her and put her in her place. Or say, I'm a woman. I'm tired of that fucking argument. I'm a woman. Like, we're supposed to treat y'all like children. I thought women mature faster than men. Y'all throw that out there, and you don't even know how that came from, and it's a goddamn lie. Body-wise, too, that is not true either. That's an individual thing. If your body's like aging faster, you're not living right, and you're putting toxin and chemicals and eating the wrong foods, and you're ingesting this toxic air and water. So you cannot make that argument. And just because your body ages, or your body is a certain age counterized, or it ages at a faster rate, male or female, that don't make you an adult. Just because you may look like an adult as a kid, that don't make you an adult. Y'all got kid mindsets. Just because you're a certain age, that doesn't make you an adult. Doesn't make you mature. Doesn't make you wisdom. That don't make you intelligent. You don't understand the world around you. That doesn't mean you have life experience. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean shit. Okay? No. But they try to portray that women are just more, carry themselves with self-respect and class and perfect and prim and proper, and know how to behave and act accordingly, and are more responsible and have it together, which is a goddamn lie. It's actually the total opposite, if you ask me. It's just we don't get shown that men are portrayed in a negative light, especially if you're a black man in this establishment. I remember when I watched the video of the talk on how these women were making jokes. Now, mind you, this Caucasian male had an Asian wife. And I guess, I don't know if she's from America, born and raised, but, you know, here's the thing. He was divorcing her, and but they were living together. Here's my thing. When you file for divorce, or you're breaking up with a female, and you live together, get your own place. Try to find your own place, or help. I mean, yeah, even if it's it's your house and you own it. My thing is this: help this bitch move the fuck out. Get her out of your house. Okay? Get her out. If you break up with a woman, you do not keep in contact. When you're filing for divorce, don't keep in contact. Unless if there's children involved, you only keep in contact with her just based on just for the kids' well-being. Okay? I don't think they had children. That couple had children. Catherine Q. Becker cut off her quote-unquote white male husband's penis. Okay? You know what I'm saying? She cut off his dick, right? And put it in the garbage disposal. She drugged him. Gave him something. He got sick and got passed out. Got tired of and cut his dick off and put it in the garbage disposal. And that man's basically been castrated ever since. He's not a man anymore. Catherine should have just killed him. I'd rather you kill me than cut my dick off. And I gotta live to talk about it. To me, I look at it as rape too. I'd rather you kill me than rape me. Then I gotta live to talk about it, and I gotta deal with the stigma and the society and those who have been through that. Women and men, and those children especially have been sexually abused, raped, and molested. You know what I'm talking about. You'd rather be dead. Those who've been lied on, been falsely accused of rape, sexual harassment, falsely accused of sexual allegations that are goddamn lies. And you got in trouble for it. You got suspended from school. You got almost kicked out of school. You're facing legal troubles because of false rape accusations, false accusations of sexual misconduct, false sexual allegations, false claims of sexual harassment, false claims of domestic violence. And as a man coming from these females, you rather just kill yourself. You rather be dead, or you want to kill the bitch. Okay, I'm guilty of this, and I'm facing all this shit. I want to kill your ass to make it true. And you should not do that. Now, back on the subject of this, about that couple, Catherine Q. Becker and her Caucasian male husbands castrating her ex-husband, soon-to-be ex-husband at the time. And this was back at, I think, 2010 or 2012. I think, no, it was actually between 2011 or 2012. Okay? Chen made all types of jokes. Sharon Osbourne made all types of jokes. The only woman that did not do that was, I think, Holly Robinson Pete. I wasn't sure Aisha Tyler was there at the time. And she a goddamn coon and a goddamn bedwench. And I don't feel nothing for her because her broke-ass Pookie and Ray Ray white male ex-husband took her to the cleaners. Okay? Who's the original? Caucasian males are the original Pookie and Ray Rays. Rapists, pedophiles, misogynists, you name it. Pimps, players. You know, predators, okay? But, you know, I digress. I mean, Holly Robinson Pete, you know, I actually enjoy looking at the talk every now and then. When they did her dirty, because I think because the Caucasian females and the host, you know, the token chink, the token Asian bitch, Chen, felt some type of way because Holly Robinson Pete is getting all the attention, and she's being herself. She's keeping it real. She's being real. Like y'all say, keep it real. All of a sudden, y'all mad because she got in the spotlight and she's dominating the show? That's what happens with people. And sometimes you don't even have a dominant personality, but when you start having a platform, all of a sudden your personality becomes dominant, or you get to show. I'm back, y'all. Forgive me if I repeat something. I got interrupted. Let me read you the article, then try to talk about what I was talking about earlier, and maybe my memory will be refreshed. Kathy Griffin slammed Leslie Mooves at Polo Lounge as he and Julie Chen returned to the social world. I'll say it again. Kathy Griffin slammed Leslie Mooves at Polo Lounge as he and Julie Chen returned to the social world. As Les Mooves fights CBS for his $120 million severance package and his loyal wife, Julie Chen Mooves. Now, I gotta stop right there. That's funny. There's no loyalty with this bitch. It's about that money and about that status, and she's just and let me tell y'all, Leslie Mooves is old enough to be Julie Chen's. Les Mooves and Julie Chen. Les Mooves is old enough to be her daddy, Julie Chen's daddy. So Julie Chen Les Mooves is old enough to be Julie Chen's father. Think about it. So she's old enough to be his daughter, which is sick in itself. She ain't loyal to shit. This is an opportunist. It's like, look at it like this. Hillary Clinton is a feminist, right? But she stayed married to Bill Clinton for political and social and economic reasons, for her career agenda and political agenda as well. Yes, she's telling all these other women, you don't need no man, be strong and independent, and all this other crap, but she's not independent to nothing. Most women will stay because of the money, the status, and the fame, and the spotlight, and for her so-called career advancement. She's going to get fat off of him. She's trying to get fat off of him, and she already has, with all the other swirling and chink Twinkie bedwenching she has done. Since she's a chink bedwench, that's what she has done and continues to do. Look, let me tell you something. As sad as this is, most women are not loyal to their men, to their husbands. They're not loyal. There's no such thing as female loyalty in Western society. In this establishment known as America, kick your cuff, free case. Don't get it twisted and fucked up, y'all. It's about her. She's putting herself first. Even when they say, oh, I'm staying in the relationship, this toxic relationship, because I can't make good decisions. Actually, I can, but, I'm addicted, and I got a fetish for drama and violence, and I love thugs and terrorists and rapists and shit. Yes, I like to talk about no means no, but I want a man who's monogamous, but I'm going to go with the dude who's fucking all these hoes, and hope I can change him. But you got a dude who's not whoring around, or, maybe he's just focused on his life. Getting his mind right, getting his life together, finances together. His career, his endeavors, what have you, together. Getting knowledge of thyself. Being a free man and building his life up so he can be ready for the family legacy, the relationship and the marriage and the children. Okay? Or he's just bad, because he's undesirable and he's not popular, he has no social status and no money. He's alone by that, but women don't understand. The dude who's really having a hard time getting a woman, especially if he's not socially desirable and attractive by society standards, that dude is going to be loyal to you, likely. Think about it. The only time that doesn't happen, if he gets in the arena and has a platform and start getting popular and start getting this money, then that changes. And sometimes women will not be supportive when a man's on the come up. Especially when he's broke, because some women feel if I support this man and I get him and I help him get there, he may throw me underneath the bus for other women who are beautiful and younger and more attractive. And then, most of the time, these women are just lazy and selfish and want a handout. So let's think about that. There's nothing loyal about this bitch. And she want to call herself Mooves as a form of loyalty. And she's never done that before, until now. So she has an agenda. She returns to TV on Celebrity Big Brother. Okay? Have become determined to put on a brave face for his sexual misconduct by dining out at his favorite Hollywood spots. Okay, here's the thing. When Bill Cosby was accused, allegedly, okay, they didn't even say allegedly. They just made it seem like he was guilty. No proof of anything. No evidence. Nothing. But they pushed this narrative that he was guilty. Same with all these other so-called black men in Hollywood. All these other quote-unquote black men in Hollywood in, the political arena. In government politics. Well-known athletes, what have you. And most of the time these women say, and most of the time these women didn't have no evidence. Chris Brown was recently accused of rape. And if come to find out she lied, but he's still slammed and still reminded about that unfortunate incident, even though Rihanna was wrong too. She hit him first and provoked him and laid hands on him, and he defended himself. But when Caucasian males do dirt, and not non-black males, but mainly Caucasian males do dirt, oh, it's alleged, innocent until proven guilty. He's even when he's guilty, been found guilty, well, it's a mistake, miscarriage in justice. Oh, this system is wrong and it's failed us. And see, this is why I get pissed off on the selective outrage. Wes Mooves is a rapist. Okay? What he has done. And an abuser. And he's violent towards women. And misogynistic. And we already know he racist as fuck. But none of y'all care. Chen don't care if he's racist. And misogynistic. And she's a feminist, right? And she's non-quote-unquote Caucasian. Non-white. Non-quote-unquote white. But she don't give a fuck. And this proves my point that women don't care if you treat them like crap as long as you got what they have, what they want. And as long as you're catering to their agenda, as long as they can get fat off you, live off your money, you give them this lifestyle, give them this platform, and then when you do that for her, and she benefits off it, all of a sudden she's going to get arrogant, I want a divorce. Or she steps out on you behind your back and blames you for it as a man. And looks for excuses to break up with you and get a divorce and take everything from you. Rape you financially without no Vaseline and try to get you murdered too. And she lies on you. Smears your name and shit. Okay? The couple, so-called couple, and I say that loosely, literally, have become determined to put on a brave face amid his sexual misconduct scandal by dining out at favorite Hollywood hotspots. The Hollywood reporter said the couple had kept a low profile after Les Mooves, age 69, was ousted as CBS CEO in early September, following the accusations of sexual harassment and assault by multiple women, and I'll say rape too, and a pair of sketching exposes in the New Yorker. But recently, he and Chen, she 49, have begun returning to the industry spotlight by dining at a high visibility restaurant such as Craig's and Sunset Tower, the Hollywood reporter said. And it's funny that Chen had all this crap to say about Camille Cosby and other so-called black women, other quote-unquote black women who stuck by their husbands, critical of Bill Cosby, Camille Cosby, and standing by her husband, which is her personal choice. I'm pretty sure she said something about Ray Rice with that domestic violence incident, even though you saw her get out of control and out of pocket. And all these white feminists and all these other non-black chicks who are feminists, these other white feminists and non-black feminists, slammed Ray Rice's wife for standing by him and saying, I was wrong. But see, the hypocrisy of this, she's standing by her so-called husband, who treats her like crap, and she don't care, beats her up, cheats on her multiple times, steps out on her, and I'm pretty sure she's doing the same thing on the side behind his back, you know. But the principle of the matter is, she has so much stuff to say about Bill Cosby. Same with Linda Carter, dumbass wetback bitch who jumped the border. You know, it's funny. It's crazy too. So, oh yeah, I forgot. I lost my place. Sources told a Hollywood reporter that the renewed socializing is Chen's idea, in part because she wants to put in a confident, defiant face after returning to Celebrity Big Brother. And also, you got to understand, this is about a political and social move and economics too. It's about, because, you know, she got a reputation too. So, you got to think about these things. But she had all this stuff to say about Bill Cosby and other black women who stuck by their husbands, whether they are guilty or not, and did questionable things, and talk about them doing questionable things too. But she's doing the same. She and all these other bitches who are Caucasian, Asian, Latina, and Arab, you know, and other are doing all types of shady shit. Their husbands are doing all types of dirt. They're doing dirt too. But y'all want to focus on black folk, black folks, black couples, which is funny. But I digress. Notably, when the reality show second season kicked off Monday night, the viewers wondered Chen would once again signal loyalty to her so-called husband. But when Camille Cosby was loyal, y'all didn't call that loyalty. Y'all slammed her and other black women. And you slammed Ray Rice's wife. I don't know her name. You slammed her and other black women who stuck by their black husbands. But if this so-called black woman, this Negro female, is a swirler with a Caucasian male or other non-black males, y'all, and she stays by him, you know, like, you know, Gary, like, you know, that bitch where Gary Owens' wife, the bedwench, called Michael, and under, you know, Master's commands, Gary Owens' wife calls Michael Blackson a black nigger. You have Michael Rappaport do all types of stuff to women, disrespect black women on the regular. But y'all give him a pass because he's married to a black woman. You think because he's married to a black woman and got mixed kids that he's non-racist and non-misogynistic too. Which is funny. But I digress. But the only time black women can be respected for loyalty if they are, you know, being a bedwench to the colonizer. As long as she got a white husband, everything's good. I mean, and as far as Julie Chen, I bet if she had an Asian male husband, would she stay loyal to him? You know, and I'm going to play devil's advocate. Probably not. Maybe. Let's say she married a brother. There's a high chance she ain't gonna stay loyal, and she's gonna be pressured to leave him. This is what I'll talk about when black men, like, you know, talk about the black man experience, because women are not loyal to us like that. They're pressured not to. So you got to think about those things. See, you know, as long as it's a Caucasian male, it's considered loyalty. If you stay with a so-called black man, you're stupid. But if all women stay with their Caucasian male husbands, and other non-black males, but mainly Caucasian male husbands, boyfriends, what have you, significant other, loyalty. Black man, you're stupid, you're dumb, you need to get out, you got low self-esteem, you are being pressured, you need to leave him, he's dangerous, yada, yada, yada. Okay, but I digress. She did also, by opening the show using her married name. Good evening, I'm Julie Chen Mooves. Welcome to the Celebrity Big Brother tonight premiere. Chen's use of her married name was met with mixed results with some fans. hailing her on social media for showing courage, but others calling her shameful, and saying she was spitting in the face of victims. And I side with the people who are calling her out on her hypocrisy and stupidity and selfishness. To defend a rapist, a terrorist, defend somebody who's a rapist, who's a racist, misogynistic, and is a rapist, and abusive towards women, and has no respect for women. And I stand by the fans who are calling her out on her bullshit. A Hollywood insider who would agree with Mooves and Chen's critics, comedian Kathy Griffin. Now, I have issues with Kathy Griffin's racist ass and how she disrespected other black men like Bill Cosby, called Kevin Hart pussy because he did not align himself with white feminists and cater to white liberals and the other homosexual in the LGBTQ community. But I agree with Kathy Griffin on this. And I agreed with her when she, slammed Trump and made that, image of, decapitating 45. But other than that, I feel nothing for her because Trump, basically blacklisted her. Well, I should say whitelisted her, if you know what I mean. And then she want to cry, I'm Jewish and I'm a woman. I ain't trying to hear that, bitch. Please, sit your ass down somewhere and shut the fuck up. Kathy Griffin, who had an unhappy encounter with Mooves on one of his recent restaurant outings, this time at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel. On January 10th of this year, 2019, Griffin confirmed on Twitter that she loudly asked a waiter for a new table at the Polo Lounge when she noticed Mooves sitting at a nearby table. I actually love this one, but I digress. In a reply, to a tweet by Variety writer Romain C. Tudif, Griffin wrote, "I don't like sitting next to rapists." I actually love that tweet. And this is her tweet at Twitter. I may consider getting a Twitter account myself. I'll keep y'all posted on that. Kathy Griffin can confirm I don't like sitting next to rapists. Romain C. Tudif. Wow, I just heard that Kathy Griffin was at the Polo Lounge today when she saw that Les Mooves was near her and loudly asked the waitress to move her, saying, I don't want to be seated next to a rapist. The Hollywood reporter suggested that Mooves, as well as Yui Chen, probably enjoy a more welcoming reception by friends in the power, quote unquote power crowd when they celebrated New Year's aboard David Giffen's yacht in the Caribbean. Okay, Page 6 reported that the couple flew out to Los Angeles on a private jet to St. Bart's to hang out on the entertainment Mogul's 450-foot yacht. An insider told Page 6 at the time, quote unquote, Les isn't hanging his head in shame. And in my parentheses, as I comment, interject, of course, he got away with it because he got white privilege. And continue, he's living it up on a yacht in St. Bart's. It seems that the Hollywood's Mongols look out for each other no matter what. Oh, that's real. Oh, that's true. That's a true statement. Indeed. Not one's hanging in head and not... Okay. Indeed. Not hanging one's head in shame can be an effective PR strategy for powerful people. So I should say perceived powerful people disgraced by scandal. According to crisis PR expert Howard Bragum. Okay. He told the Hollywood Reporter, "People, this is in quotes, quoting, people in their position make a personal decision. Either hide in a bunker or get out and hold their heads up high." Bragman, I should say. No, I'm sorry about that. Howard Bragman. To be correct, I just corrected myself. Bragman added that Mooves or Chen probably face a little risk of confrontation when they venture out in comfortable public settings. First of all, the reason why they feel comfortable because there's a lot of security. It's a gated community area. It's a gated area with a bunch of crooked ass, rich, but I'll say wealthy folks, since he's wealthy. He's considered wealthy. A bunch of wealthy folks, wealthy couples. So there's a lot of security, and nobody, and they're very protected, okay? And the area is very gated and more of that code, if you know what I mean. Quote, this is what Bragman's added. This is what he said. "I expect few people to treat him with anything but the greatest respect publicly." Bragman added, "Then again, there are exceptions, like Griffin at the Polo Lounge. But then no one should be surprised that Griffin would try to publicly shame him." I'm glad she actually did that shit, though. But I digress. "She doesn't hold back her opinions about people, like President Donald Trump. More recently, the students from Covington High School, even when it gets her into trouble." So she got that Jewish woman card, okay? That so-called white Jewish female privilege card. That she's Jewish and she's a white female, identified. So of course she is protected in this establishment, double, you know what I'm saying? But she's on quote-unquote team white supremacy. But I digress. Griffin previously expressed disdain for Mooves as well as for Chen after Mooves was ousted by CBS early September. This was after publication of the second New York exposé. In the story, 6 additional women accused Mooves of harassment, of sexual. 6 additional women. So there were probably I don't know, it was about 9 or 12 now, and I'm pretty sure it's more than that coming forward every day. In the story, 6 additional women accused Mooves of sexual harassment and assault. Also, one of them, I think a couple of them accused him of rape, but they're not going to say it like that because he's a Caucasian male. He's a quote-unquote white male. Just putting that out there, okay? This is how they control the narrative. The report prompted Griffin to go on a Twitter rant on September 9th, 2018. That was last year. That passed. And resurrect the allegation that Mooves sought to ruin Janet Jackson's career after her infamous wardrobe malfunction on the 2004 CBS broadcast Super Bowl. And y'all should still broadcast this. You should boycott the Super Bowl. But y'all ain't gonna do it. Griffin furthermore accused Chen of knowing about Mooves' alleged grudge against Jackson Now, and Julie Chen claims to be a feminist, and I'm for women empowerment, all that. I told you these bitches are full of shit. They are not going to challenge the colonized male. They're not going to challenge the crooked Caucasian male. They're not going to call out the rapist, the misogynist, the rapist, the racist, misogynistic, the son of a bitch. The original Pookie and Ray Ray, the womanizer, the pimp, the first deadbeat. The first original terrorist, thug, murderer, thief, committing genocide, shit starter, bully. They're not going to challenge that because, females love that fake-ass, pussy, punk-ass power. That perceived power where dudes fuck with other people and fuck them over, even other women, and women get on code with this asshole because they're fucked up. They love that toxic masculinity because they got toxic femininity. These females love toxic masculinity, got a fetish for it, and they love toxic masculinity because they are toxic themselves and got toxic femininity, and birth toxic males with toxic masculinity. You get what I'm saying? And raise them. And raise these bitches to be hoes and with that toxic femininity and that dumbass, fucked up, retarded feminism. Just had to get that out there. What does Les Mooves has against Janet Jackson? Janet Jackson didn't do anything to him. Les Mooves punk ass should get mad at Justin Timberlake, but he's a punk. So you're gonna go after a female who didn't do anything. Justin Timberlake crossed the line. Rather he did it on purpose or not, or it was accidental. You should slam him. But he kind of Justin Timberlake, I know it's Justin Timberlake, but he's Timberlake. The culture vulture, cultural appropriation, the racist bastard. Fucked over black people just like Justin Bieber. And, and he kind of got on Team White Supremacy Code with that good old boy system. And that's why, if it says Justin Timberlake is a white, quote unquote, white male, and Les Mooves is a quote unquote white male, good old boys. You know what I'm saying? Boys will be boys. So that's how they squashed it, but they're going to go after. But I bet you if that was a quote unquote white female, Janet Jackson would not have suffered the way she did. She may have had a chance to have her side of the story to the benefit of the doubt. Because especially the way America is in 2019, especially nowadays with this feminism, white feminism. Okay? The fact that, I know I'm in the middle, but let me say it like this. Janet Jackson got blasted. She got heckled, disrespected, humiliated, demeaned, threatened, terrorized. Her character and her reputation was destroyed. Bad enough, it was like the Jacksons already had they were targets anyway, especially with Michael Jackson and how they fucked over Michael Jackson, fucked over her brother, and did him dirty, and they're trying to destroy his legacy, and how they disrespected Joe Jackson as the patriarch. Even though there's other quote-unquote white patriarchs who are a million times worse with abuse and shit. I think Joe Jackson was just hardcore and didn't know any other ways to express himself and command respect and people to fall in line. So that's why he was aggressive. And plus he wanted to succeed and get out of the hood of Gary, Indiana. Let's factor that in, y'all. Okay? Janet Jackson was unapologetic, and she did not get on her knees and be a bed wench and be a concubine to the colonizer. She did not shuck and jive and be a mammy and be that bed wench for these Caucasian males out here. And you notice that the white feminists did not side with Janet Jackson like they never do with black women, but they want black women to fight their fucking battles when they can do it on their own. Janet Jackson's career was fucked up, was destroyed. It's still damaged, but she's recovering. Okay? Les Mooves did Howard Stern dirty. Got his life destroyed and ruined his career. Lied on him and fucked him up. But nobody talks about that. Okay? But let me finish this up, okay? Griffin furthermore accused Chen of knowing that about Mooves' alleged grudge. Actually, he ain't alleged. He had a grudge. And I guess because Janet Jackson didn't want to fuck him either. I guess because Janet Jackson told him no, he felt some type of way. And because Les Mooves is that typical immature, spineless, sexually impotent, has no manhood, punk ass, chauvinistic, abusive, woman beaten, deadbeat, self-entitled white male. You know, and he's racist as fuck. He probably wouldn't have went that hard if that was a white female entertainer. But I digress. He would likely not went that deep. And I'm going off of Jackson and going on her show to talk. To publicly justify his supposed reasons for carrying out a retaliation against her. Griffin's accusation. Okay, this is they're talking about. Okay, let me just start over. Griffin furthermore accused Chen of knowing about Mooves' alleged grudge against Janet Jackson and going on her show, The Talk, quote unquote, The Talk, to publicly justify his supposed reasons to carry out a retaliation against her. Griffin's accusation raised questions about how much Julie Chen has known about her husband's alleged misconduct and enabled his attempts to silence his alleged victims, which are not alleged, they're actually victims. One woman got raped in the mouth by this punk. And the epitaph lace tweet, Griffin told Chen she's done with her and her misogynistic, racist husband. Okay? And let me say this. Let me tell you about this motherfucker. Okay? Let me show you. I want to show you. Let me tell you about this son of a bitch right here. Okay? To the right. When I was talking about, when I used to be critical of The Talk and called out bullshit, called out the male bashing, the racism, the male bashing. I was more hardcore on men's issues as I am now. I put my race first, you know, if you know what I mean. When I called out Julie Chen's bullshit and called out these dumbass feminist bitches and even questioned why did they fuck over Howie Robinson Pete. When I was critical about when I recorded a video on my Camtasia that I had at the time with my old laptop and gave my commentary about and disagreeing with Julie Chen, Sharon Osbourne, those two knuckleheads, and the other bitch, you know, that's with Roseanne, with her racist ass too. And, you know, and then, you know, I didn't pay no Aisha Tyler and that fat coon, mammy bitch, Aunt Jemima. I don't know her name is, but you know, but she says always cooning and buffooning, and it makes me sick and making black women just work. I'm gonna say it like this. She just embraces these negative stereotypes with the mammy. The negative stereotypes of overweight, dark-skinned black women. With her ratchet, dumbass, coonish behavior. Kind of reminds me of the fat version of Tiffany Haddish before Tiffany Haddish became Tiffany Haddish, if you know what I mean. I done some videos talking about CBS and The Talk. Guess what he did? He got my videos taken down. This motherfucker threatened to sue me. I wish I could show y'all the paper, but I moved. And I moved I moved a couple of times, you know, within the last 8 years. And I moved to a different city recently in the state of North Carolina. When I appealed and clapped back at Mooves when he was like running CBS, and I disagreed with him, and I disputed the copyright claim that he made against me, and on all my videos discussing The Talk and Julie Chen and just CBS. He threatened to sue me, and he came at me all fucked up. Did all types of background checks on me, but he has all this dirt. The bitch to the left has all this dirt. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, Julie Chen talked all this shit, and now when people call her out, now all of a sudden she want to play dumb. Les Mooves is a goddamn rapist. Les Mooves, let's start off like this. Les Mooves is a racist. He is misogynistic. He is a rapist. He beats up on women. He is the actual definition of a dog, if you know what I mean. He's a whore. Nasty, ratchet. Has no respect for himself and his own body and his own dick. Can't keep his dick in his pants. With his thirstiness and his hunger, his thirstiness and his hungerness, just sexually harassing women. And I know just like they said it was like 6, 9. I think they're like I say it's more than 12, y'all. They're just starting now coming forward. And he got caught raping this woman, and the phone call stopped him from like raping her in the mouth. And the fact of the matter is, Julie Chen's stupid ass is gonna call him a good man. And nobody's a few people are calling out Julie Chen's bullshit. And I commend them for that. You know, Harvey Superboy, Your World, Nicole's Views, you know what I'm saying? Other people, Terrain, you know what I'm saying? You know, have called out her hypocrisy, called out Les Mooves. Les Mooves tried to destroy Howard Stern and other men. And, you know, y'all, so I guess, I don't guess. It's known that Les Mooves is anti-Semitic. He has issues with Jews and other people who challenge him. But there's no documentary of surviving Les Mooves. And I mean, you know, I want to end the video, but I hope this bitch Julie Chen get ovarian cancer and breast cancer and die from it. Yeah, I fucking said it. And I hope Les Mooves, I hope this motherfucker dies from a fucking heart attack, car accident, and somebody fucks him up. And go after Julie Chen being guilty of association. I'm done with this video. You have a good day. Peace.